Pacific Premier มีความยินดีแนะนำโปรแกรมเรียนต่อมัธยมแคนาดากับเขต Surrey ค่ะเป็นเขตที่น่าสนใจมากๆเดินทางอย่างสะดวกนะคะด้วยรถไฟฟ้านะคะจากป้าย Surrey Central เพียง40นาทีเท่านั้นมาถึงที่ Downtown Vancouver ที่ป้าย Waterfront เลยค่ะวันนี้นะคะเราได้รับเกียรติจากทางคุณทีมอนทางผู้บริหารจากเขต Surrey ค่ะ Hi Timon
Hi, how are you?
Very good thank you
Hello, everyone. Sawadee krap. My name is Thayom Che. I'm the manager of the International Education Department at the Surrey School District. Thank you for taking the time to just learn a little bit about our district, and I hope it has useful information.
Thank you. Please feel free to start.
Okay. So if you're not sure, Surrey is located in Metro Vancouver. I don't speak Thai very well, but I'm pretty sure Parinda said from Surrey Central Station, it can take about 50 minutes to get to Waterfront Station in downtown Vancouver. So it's one of the fastest growing areas in British Columbia. It has a population of around 650,000 people. And in 10 years, it'll probably be bigger than Vancouver. Because it's growing so fast, there's lots of new infrastructure, new recreation centers, new shopping areas. A lot of new stuff is happening, new schools. And it's a very good option for parents if they don't want their kids to be right in Vancouver, but close enough to go on the weekends. You have everything you need in Surrey, shopping centers, recreation centers, supermarkets, it's all there. Great schools, and we have a wonderful school district. So our school district is the largest school district in British Columbia. It has about 82,000 students across 21 secondary schools and about 100 elementary schools. And there's about 1,000 international students. This year from Thailand, we have 6 students from Thailand, and next year we'll have 4 students from Thailand. So we're always looking for more students to join. It's a good opportunity for them to interact with Canadian students and not be surrounded by people speaking the same language. So, it's a great option for you to consider. The pictures that you see in the slide there, the lower one is an example of one of our schools called Clayton Heights. And you can see a lot of our infrastructure is new. So, these schools a lot of them are built, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. And even the one in my background, Grandview Heights, that was finished in 2020. So it's a great option for students with a lot of electives and stuff for students to choose. We have things like robotics, engineering, Science Academy, IB, AP, chef training, culinary arts, all of that type of stuff we have. You can try out, and it's great for option for students.
ค่ะเหตุผลดีๆนะคะที่น้องๆเลือกมาเรียนเขต Surrey และก็ไวรัสแคนาดากันที่นี่นะคะก็จะเป็นย่านเมืองใหม่เติบโตเร็วที่สุดแห่งหนึ่งในประเทศแคนาดาค่ะเพียง40นาทีจากดาวน์ทาวน์แวนคูเวอร์ป้าย Waterfront นะคะมาที่รถไฟฟ้าป้าย Surrey Central ค่ะที่นี่จะมีโรงเรียนชั้นนำมากมายระบบการศึกษาที่ดีจะเป็นย่านชาวแคนาเดียนนะคะดังนั้นเพื่อนๆของพี่ที่แต่งงานและอยู่ที่นู่นเนี่ยเป็นคนขาวนะคะก็นิยมอยู่ทางด้านนี้กันน้องๆไปจะได้รับประสบการณ์ที่ดีเยี่ยมมากๆเลยไม่ว่าจะเป็นโซน Surrey โซน Wyrock นะคะแนะนำเลยค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
Yeah, so if you're looking for a place to be in the Vancouver area, that map you see there is the yellow. That's all Surrey. So from north to south, it takes about 45 minutes, and east to west, it takes about 35 minutes. So it's a very big area. So in the north, it's going to be more of an urban city type of environment. In the south, White Rock, it's really beautiful. It's close to the beach. There's a lot of nice homes there. 4 of our wonderful schools, very popular schools, are located in the south as well. And from the south of Surrey, you can get to downtown Vancouver pretty easily. You can take an express bus to Riverport Station in Richmond, and then just pop up on the SkyTrain and get to Vancouver very easily, even from the south. In the summer and in the spring and in the early fall, the White Rock area is very beautiful. There's a road right along the beach. They have gelato shops, ice cream stores, and fish and chips and other restaurants. It's a very popular area with tourists. So it's a great place to be. It's very safe, and there's wonderful homestays in the area. So the map you're seeing right now, this shows the whole area of Surrey. So like I said, in the north, it's more like a city urban environment. So students that like to be in that type of environment, they can go there. There's a big shopping mall there, the second largest in BC, called Guildford Town Center. It's about 4 or 5 city blocks. Nothing like, Central Embassy or Paragon, but it's got everything you're going to need. Lots of restaurants and cafes. In the east, that's the Cloverdale area. That's going to be where the SkyTrain is finished building in 2029. It's growing really fast. There's a lot of new recreation centers and things for students to do. And in the south, I just talked about the White Rock South Surrey area, very popular area for our students. So this picture you see here, this is in the south of Surrey. This is the White Rock area. This is the White Rock Pier. This is the longest pier in Canada. As you can see, it's very beautiful. And that little bit of land that you can see at the top of the picture, that's the United States. So that's how close we are to the US border. Very beautiful. There's a long place to walk along the beach.
Yes I've been there ค่ะตรงนี้นะคะจะบอกว่าพี่ไปมาแล้วค่ะก็สวยมากๆนะคะย่านตรงนี้เนี่ยตรงริมทะเลเขาจะมีขายไอศกรีมอร่อยมากๆและไอศกรีมจะเยอะมากๆเลยถ้าน้องๆท่านไหนนะคะไปที่เซอรี่ตรงนี้ก็จะแบบเป็นโซนไวท์ร็อกคือน่าไปมากๆค่ะแนะนำเลยค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
Yeah, I definitely agree with the ice cream is very aroy. It's definitely So this picture you see here is in the north. So the north it's like a more city. So you see some condominiums and stuff. This picture is probably about 10 or 15 years old, but there's way more buildings now. So these pictures you see here on the right-hand side, those two pictures, that's the city hall. And on the upper left, that's Simon Fraser University. They have a campus in Surrey in the north, and they just opened their medical school at that location as well. So it shows you how much development is happening in the area. And then the lower left is the art museum. So yeah, the lower left is the art museum there. So in the next slide, this shows some other areas of Surrey. So there's examples of a gym and a community center, Guildford Town Center in the lower right. In the upper left is some of the shopping areas in the south. They're kind of like little cafes and stores all over the place. And in the lower left is like an example of a swimming complex. So lots of modern facilities for students to go. And to go to the gym, they could just drop in. It's like $5. And same with the swimming pool. It depends on which one, but it's not too expensive at all for them to join.
ค่ะน้องๆที่ไปในเขตเซอรี่นะคะไม่ต้องกลัวเหงาเลยห้างสรรพสินค้าสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกมากมายสถานที่ออกกำลังกายมากมายนะคะแล้วก็แถวนี้จะเป็นแบบคอมมูนิตี้ที่น้องๆนิยมมากๆเลยนะคะชาวแคนาเดียนนิยมย้ายมามากๆเป็นโซนบ้านเมืองใหม่โมเดิร์นแนะนำคือไม่เหงาเลยค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
So the next slide.
ค่ะสำหรับเขตนี้นะคะก็ต้องแจ้งก่อนเลยว่ามีโรงเรียนที่ใหม่ทันสมัยมากมายนะคะไม่ว่าจะเป็น Grandview Height นะคะ Salish นะคะแล้วก็จะมีโรงเรียนที่มีชื่อเสียงมากมายเช่น Red Height นะคะ Marriott แล้วก็ Fraser Height ค่ะเดี๋ยวเราไปชมกันเลยนะคะว่าแต่ละโรงเรียนมีจุดเด่นยังไงบ้างขอบคุณค่ะ
So like I said, we have a lot of international students. Most of them come for secondary. So that's grade 8 to grade 12. We find most of our students that come around from Thailand come around grade 9, 10, 11-ish. And so this is some pictures of our schools. So you can see an example of an auditorium, an example of science labs, a wood technology lab. And in the lower left, this is Salish Secondary in the Cloverdale area. This is our second newest school. This one was finished being built in 2018. So you can see lots of modern and new facilities that are great and world-class to make sure students have a good experience.
ค่ะโรงเรียนในเขตนี้มากมายนะคะfacility จะใหม่มากๆนะคะน่าเรียนมากๆนะคะเราต้องบอกเลยว่ามีวิชาการมีคอร์สครบนะคะเตรียมความพร้อมเราสู่ความประสบความสำเร็จที่มหาลัยค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
So it's hard to see this, but in Surrey, because we're the biggest school district, we have a lot of course options and a lot of electives. So every single school, you're going to get your math, your science, your PE, social studies, English, all those required courses, those academic courses, they'll be at every school. But what makes each school different is the elective options they have. So, some schools will have robotics, engineering, chef training, fashion design, dance. We have so many elective options, lots of business courses like entrepreneurship, e-commerce, accounting. There's even drafting courses, how to design buildings and stuff. So it's always good to know what a student is interested in so that we can kind of recommend a school that fits their academic interests. But again, so many options and choices. That's 4 pages in that brochure. And you can just see, you look at it, you'll be like, oh my goodness, I have so much choice. And this is something that students in Asia don't usually see so much. So it really helps students to start thinking about their future, broadening their horizons, and just trying to get a more comprehensive thought about, well, where do I want to go in university?
ค่ะ ที่เขตเซอรี่นะคะมีคอร์สเลือกมากมายนะคะตั้งแต่ด้านวิชาการนะคะตั้งแต่ทางด้านสายอาชีพมากมายน้องๆสนใจด้านไหนสามารถติดต่อทางเคาน์เตอร์ได้เลยนะคะเตรียมความพร้อมสู่มหาวิทยาลัยอย่างดีเยี่ยมเลยค่ะค่ะสำหรับสายกีฬานะคะต้องแจ้งเลยว่าเขตนี้นะคะมีกีฬาให้เลือกมากมายไม่ว่าจะเป็นแบดมินตันบาสเกตบอลนะคะเทนนิสมากมายจริงๆค่ะน้องๆจะได้ใช้เวลาว่างให้เป็นประโยชน์แล้วก็เอนจอยกับเพื่อนๆที่โรงเรียนด้วยค่ะ
So again, there's lots of sports that are optional for students. As long as students can try out, so you can try out for any team, as long as they're good enough, they can get on the teams. So for example, this year, I was really reading news stories. 3 of our Surrey basketball teams got into the provincial finals, which is excellent. So, if they want to join the volleyball team, the soccer team, basketball, some of our schools have badminton teams. There's dance teams. There's so many different options for students as well. They're welcome to join those classes or those teams, I should say. And it's just a tryout. So, sometimes people think, oh, if I just show my video to the coach, I can get on. No, you have to go there, show your skills. And it's also an excellent way for you to kind of make new friends easily because once you're part of a team, everyone's going towards the same goal because everyone wants to win. So with homestay, so we work with some really excellent homestay companies. There's one in particular called White Rock International Education or White Rock Homestay. They have been working with us for a number of years. They're like a boutique homestay company. They really take good care of their students. They're checking in with them on a regular basis. The custodian is very caring of the students. She's constantly checking and making sure that they're following the rules, making sure they're staying safe. And then she's constantly talking with my office as well to make sure that they're being successful in school. So they're a great option if you're looking for homestay accommodations in the Surrey area.
ถูกต้องเลยค่ะต้องแนะนำเลยนะคะว่าเขตไวท์ร็อกเนี่ยนะคะเราจะนิยมนะคะใช้ทางไวท์ร็อกโฮมสเตย์คือคุณพริชากับคุณรอน่าค่ะทางทีมงานเขาจะนุ่มลึกนะคะแล้วก็ใส่ใจรายละเอียดมากๆดังนั้นเวลาเรามีประสานงานนะคะเขาจะทำงานใกล้ชิดกับทางเขตเซอรี่นะคะน้องๆมีคำถามอะไรติดขัดปัญหาอะไรก็สามารถที่จะแจ้งได้ตลอดค่ะพี่ๆรู้สึกว่าประทับใจทีมนี้มากๆค่ะ
So, like I kind of just talked about White Rock, we do have other homestay companies that we work with closely as well. But an agent or a student can choose whichever homestay company they want to work with. The ones that we recommend are the ones we have good communication with. And White Rock Homestay is one of those companies. They talk with us almost every day about our students to make sure that they're being well looked after. So, in terms of the custodianship, the homestay company will take the custodianship of the student. And what that means is they will be legally responsible for making sure the student is safe and well cared for in Canada. ค่ะอันดับต่อไปนะคะก็มาถึงที่หน้าที่ทุกคนรอคอยอยู่นะคะเขตนี้นะคะเป็นเขตที่ราคาไม่แพงเลยต้องบอกว่าประหยัดมากๆนะคะเบ็ดเสร็จต่อปีจะอยู่เพียงประมาณ 700,000 บาทเท่านั้นนะคะซึ่งอัตราเนี้ยจะรวมตั้งแต่ค่าเล่าเรียนนะคะค่าประกันค่าที่พักนะคะอาหารนะคะพร้อมบริการรถรับส่งเรียบร้อยแล้วนะคะดังนั้นก็คือประหยัดมากๆเลยค่ะ So the tuition for the 26-27 school year is $17,500. When you add homestay, the fees are around $30,000 or a little bit more or less, depending on the homestay company. So it's very reasonable for a Metro Vancouver school district. So something I would definitely consider. So one other thing, I just want to say one other thing about Pacific Premier. I've worked with them for many, many years. They've taken great care of their kids. They're talking to me on a regular basis when there's any issues coming up. If you have any questions about Surrey, you feel free to contact them. There's Parinda in Vancouver, Poinan in Bangkok. They're a great team. They're going back and forth all the time. So it's a good option for you to consider if you're looking for someone to help you and support you when you're looking to study abroad.
ขอบคุณค่ะพี่ๆทีมงาน Pacific Premier นะคะยินดีแล้วก็พร้อมบริการทุกท่านค่ะหากท่านสนใจรับข้อมูลเพิ่มเติมสามารถโทรเข้ามาได้ที่ 0856587000 หรือทาง LINE @Pacific Premier ค่ะพี่ๆยินดีแล้วก็พร้อมบริการเต็มที่ขอบพระคุณมากค่ะ Thank you so much Timon Have a good night ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ